Most people don't need more advice, just the courage to gently face what they've been avoiding.
Because growth sounds beautiful until it asks you to be honest with yourself and stay. Hello, everyone, and welcome again to Touched and Empowered with Ace and Katie. Yay!
Hi.
We're excited.
That sounded like a duck. How's everybody doing today? Hi.
I so the it's very interesting the message that I got from our producer Nicole that our 150th episode was
You
coming
just
up.
got 150.
And it's hard to believe that it's 150 episodes because that's pushing 3 years.
Yeah. 150. Wow.
A lot
Wow.
has changed since we first started doing our podcast.
Yeah, I moved twice.
Yes, you physically moved twice. I just moved my office. I didn't physically move. I just moved my office.
Moved twice. I got a dog. I might be getting a second dog.
So, what would you say was the biggest shift from when we started till now? I'm going to go ahead and dive deep on this.
Did you see my face on that? I was
Yes, I
like,
did. That's why I'm telling you I'm diving deep on it.
okay, I can't say what the biggest one was because I feel like the last 3 years were pretty tumultuous, turbulent. Uh,
Chaotic.
Anxiety inducing. But yet we still made it onto this podcast every week or every
We still almost every
time.
single week we dropped an episode. There were one or two
Yeah.
weeks where there was a technical hiccup and an episode did not get aired. Um, we planned ahead for when we were traveling to see family and stuff like that. So we pre-recorded episodes. So in that way we had those weeks covered when we were not available to meet weekly to record.
Yeah.
So I would say that overall, we've been able to keep it up our commitment to ourselves that we were going to make this a weekly thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And the times that we missed, I think were holidays.
They were holidays, or one of us was traveling to go see family out of state. And I can think of one where I was sick and hopped on Zoom, and you're like, Katie, get your butt to bed.
Yeah. Yep. 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 Oh, there. So I can't. I don't know an answer to that question. Maybe, Katie, would you like to answer that question? What has been the biggest shift?
The biggest shift is the sense of, how can I put this? We can't do this wrong. We are not following a script. We are not trying to perform for the people who are listening to our podcast. We are being genuinely, authentically, and raw ourselves. And being comfortable with that is the biggest growth that I think that I've had from doing this podcast with you.
Mm, it's a big growth.
It is a lot of growth. I know I am not the same person I was when we started.
Yeah. Gonna laugh at. All right, so folks, for everyone who's joining us now and is a new listener, yeah, the last 3 years were quite an ordeal. I think I don't know how many people have gone through the amount of things that Katie and I have gone through in the last 3 years, combined. So just hearing that, try to rewatch some of the earlier episodes, you'll
Yeah.
understand. Yeah.
Yeah. And the fact that we created this safe space where we can speak our truths without fear. And when you and I are talking to each other, there is no judgment because, again, we've cultivated that. And we allow that for our guests when they come on the air as well. In fact, I got a message from one of our previous guests who wants to come back on again.
Hey, you sent them link?
Yes, I did. I sent them the new
Yay.
link
Yay.
so they can book because we now have a new link. We're not using Google Forms anymore. We're using our website. So
Let's
that's
talk
another
about
thing that
that.
growth.
Yeah, let's talk about that growth because I remember our website at first. I was like, this is fine. It was basically like a link tree.
It was a little bit prettier than a link tree, but yeah, it was
Yeah,
very, very, very basic. It was
very.
pretty much a single page that had buttons to all the different platforms where people could listen to the podcast, and there was links to follow us on social media, and then there was a form that people could fill out if they wanted to submit questions for us to talk about.
Yep. And now look at it.
Now it's like several pages and it's got layers, and we have our healing circle on there, which
Yeah,
for June people can attend at no cost.
just
June
for June.
2026, just for June. I'm
Yep.
throwing the year in there in case someone listens to this next year.
Yep. Just for June. And we have
And
some. We're
new
gonna have
things that are being built.
yeah. We're gonna have our own pages as hosts and as coaches, so you can actually book through the Touch and Empowered website for our coaching services as well.
Right?
Additionally to that, we also have the resources for suicide prevention on our page as well.
Yes, there is a link for that on the page.
Yep. There are like 5 more pages instead of just one page.
Yep, multiple pages and multiple layers deep.
Yep. So proud.
Because we've been asked to do more.
We've expanded. Yeah. To do more, expand, also open avenues for people to support us as we continue as well. So we
True.
also have opportunities for sponsorship now, and also
And buy us coffee or tea.
out of appreciation, $5 if you want. And then we're also going to be growing a new partnership soon in the works. We'll share that soon. Just wanted to give a teaser. And
Well, I'm glad you're providing a teaser because I'm sitting here and I'm like, who in the world are you talking about? So, but I'll figure that out later.
yes. We love you, Nicole. So that partnership
That one, yes.
shall begin soon. But we're very excited about that, as well as I don't know. We've been really good and stable on making sure that we've created goals for the year. We've done some accountability towards the goals. We got to do stats soon, by the way, because I saw that on my calendar.
Yes, that is on the calendar, and I was planning on sending a message earlier today and did not. So I will do that when we are done with today's episode.
Yep. And then also possible seed investment. So folks, yay, we're going to be growing. We're going to be growing. I'm excited. I'm glad that we've stayed stable for 3 years and that we've been continuing. We've had social media posts that are consistently going out because thank you, Katie. And we've just, I'm really grateful for the foundation that we've built because it is actually scalable, very scalable now. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's interesting as to you sent me a great post about SOPs, standard operating procedures.
Yeah.
And needless to say, my first thought is I don't need a standard operating procedure. But then again, I realized everything I do is an SOP. I have my list of you do A, B, C, D, E, F, G to get the stuff done. So then that way I can get it done in 5 minutes instead of 5 hours.
Exactly. And everything that I do and Katie and I do, we've simplified it to a point where it's not costing. This could be a 9 to 5 job. What we do could be a 9 to 5 job. It really could be. Yeah. But we've simplified it down to those SOPs where it's not.
No, we get together twice a week, roughly.
Yep.
And one call is let's talk the back end component of it. And the other phone call is this one. It's where we get on Zoom, we record and chat and share what it is that's shifting in the world.
Yeah, and the other 5 hours is literally me and Katie being friends.
That's the other 5 days of the week. Is that it?
That's when I call Katie and I'm like, I need a buddy call. This isn't work. I need friends.
I need to call about midnight.
Exactly. And that's something we've also developed really, really good boundaries with each other,
Yes.
which is great. We can also talk about conflict with each other, really resolution based, which I think is beautiful. It's not just drama, it's just resolution. Like, I feel this way.
It's a lot of communication and it's a lot of listening and active listening and comprehension listening is the best way I can put it because we've talked so many times about perspectives based on my background, based on your background, um, because one of us will say something and it doesn't land the way we think it will because we're talking about it from different perspectives,
Yeah.
from different point of views, from different histories. And so, you know, building on the fact that we caught that fact and have are now like, okay, let me say this and then ask a question. So then that way it's like, okay, we are, if not on the same page, we're at least in the same book now instead of the same bookcase.
We're just in this giant, like what I first envisioned was this giant, like, folders of all these folders. We're all in the same cabinet.
Yeah, same file cabinet, same bookcase. Yeah, we're getting closer to that phrase on the same page.
Yeah, and we're close. Like, our not we're close. We're pretty much on the same page. We have a pretty good rhythm at this point. And to be fair, most business partners wait. It does take 3 years, 2 years of working together, either previously from another job or just when working together to finally get to that stage where they are on the same page without the rose-colored glasses.
Right. Or the limiting beliefs.
Exactly. Well,
Or the guards up.
guards up. I think the guards up because the limiting beliefs, they're there. Like, they're there until we both grow, and then we're there to help expand each other. So therefore, the limiting beliefs start to kind of fall away. Um, but also, like you were saying about our perspectives, the fact that we have two different polarizing perspectives. To be honest, we have very, very like opposite perspectives. That helps a lot when it comes to the fullness of this show.
True. It does because it allows the, how do I want to phrase this?
Variety.
It, well, not just variety, but it allows the option of curiosity
Yeah.
because it allows us to be in this space where we can ask more questions and get more clarity and get a better understanding instead of just, oh, that's just the way you think, or that's just
Yeah.
the thing you experienced. And there, previously, before we started this podcast, I dealt with a lot of that. That was a norm. So the fact that it's no longer normal and what we're doing and the communication that we have is now becoming my normal, I am very happy.
I'm happy too. Because yeah, it's not mine. That could be my norm. Actually, no, it used to be my norm. And then I like stopped talking to the people that was my norm.
Yeah.
Because eventually it becomes really tiring and grating on you when people really just don't see or understand you, and you need to be around people that see and understand you.
Yes. And over the course of this podcast, I've distanced myself from those who did not like the fact that I was growing and shifting and no longer responding or reacting to them in the ways that they anticipated, in the ways that they craved.
Yeah, isn't it interesting how people crave toxic behavior? No offense to anyone out there
Yeah.
that's going through it.
Yeah, please, no offense on this, because
Sorry, that sounds so offensive.
it does sound offensive, but I understand the need for it at some caveman level.
it's
because it's a survival tactic.
and it also provides comfort for people that are so used to specific
Hmm.
behaviors. It comes as a comfort, to be honest, because it's expected from a certain source or a certain individual or just people around you. You expect people to act a certain way, and when they don't do it, it can be a little disorienting, right? So it makes sense.
True.
Yeah.
So it's just very interesting shifts and very interesting conversations with people who are still in my life that I'm going to say it as it is. My mother is never going to change. And Ace understands this because Ace has called me about their mom on occasion.
I I have. She's changed though. That's the cool thing. She's changed a little bit.
My mom has changed as well, but
Not you.
not when it comes to her kids. I'm just gonna leave it. When it comes to me and my sisters, there are aspects of my mom that have changed like maybe only like 2% versus
Uh,
other parts of her life. Her perspective and communication skills has expanded by leaps and bounds. It just hasn't been applied to us kids yet. I
you know
know
what
it will get there.
you know what you got to do? You got to stick her and the rest of the kids in the car and drive across the country. I promise it'll change.
Oh
I'm
my
referring,
gosh. I don't think all of us have been in a car together since I was like 12 or 13.
so I'm referring everyone to the time that I took my mother across the United States on
Yeah,
a road.
yeah, that was special because
That
I
you,
got the text messages on that one.
yeah, you change together, especially because we do my mother and I we practice my Buddhist practice. We both chant Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, and we both do like a morning and evening chant. I think there were only 2 days that she didn't do it with me in the evening.
Hmm.
She definitely no matter after that she always did it with me because of the because it just provides such a safe sense of safety, and like the weirdest things don't happen
Right.
when weird, like my mother got launched by my dog. Anyway, so back to what we were saying.
We need a new photo of you and Midnight standing beside you so then
And my
that way
baby,
people can see how much Midnight has grown
and
to
my baby girl.
understand the significance of your dog launching your mother.
All right, come on, up, up, good girl, up, 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 so everyone can see how big you are. Come on, up, 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 here, my love. Come here.
All we're seeing is a bit of tail. There she is.
There she is. She's just gonna sit next to me. She can do it. She knows how to do it. You got it. You got it. There we go.
Hi, Midnight.
My baby. This is my big girl. She's sitting on the chair.
Yes, she is. She takes up the whole chair now.
I need to get her. I need to get her like a bench couch. That's what I need for my desk for me and my dog.
You need like a love seat for your desk.
Yeah, and then we're gonna get a second one. So just so you see, this is her.
Yes, Midnight is such a good girl.
She took over my chair, as you can tell. I can't sit now, but I got her with me, so that's the good thing. I do like the chair. I love you. You can stay right there. I'll bring my own chair. Stay. Don't move. Do not move. You will move that chair. I know you will, and that would be a problem. I'm here. I'm here.
The
I
the
got you.
the
You got the
joy the joys of
motherhood.
having fur babies.
I got you. You want to lay down? Yes, you can. I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you, big dog. Oh, my baby. Yes, my big dog.
Yes, Midnight is beautiful. I'm still giggling about the fact of Midnight launching your mother because I know how tiny your mom is as well.
I told her
So
3 times, 3 times where to put the leash so that she didn't get thrown across the. She's fine.
she's fine. We're glad she's okay.
Yeah,
A learning experience for all.
yeah, and we might be getting a second. So, anyways, so back to what we were saying with just the tangents. So yes, we've changed. Our families have changed,
Our families have changed.
gotten bigger.
They've gotten bigger. Sometimes in mine it got a little bit smaller actually. But
Oh,
the relationships have grown.
yes.
And I think that's the most important aspect of it is the development of the communication skills and the boundaries of like what we've done, where it's like, hey, do you have 15 minutes? And we set a timer for 15 minutes and then we check in to see how it is. That's actually something that I started doing with my mom.
Isn't it great? It's so interesting how all of it's like a domino effect. Like one breakthrough in one area, it's like that works. Let's see if it works somewhere else.
Yeah, let's test it out somewhere else and see how it goes. Um,
So can you explain what you mean in thorough for people to
okay,
understand?
so the reference of the 15-minute phone call is that there have been instances where I'm going to continue using Ace as the example with this because this is where this started. Um, Ace would call or send me a text message saying, "Hey, I really need to talk to you about something or another. Do you have 15 minutes?" And if I had 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 3 hours, it didn't matter. If I had a break on my calendar, I'd say, yes, I could do it at this time. And we would hop on a call for 15 minutes. Ace would set a timer on their phone. And at the 15-minute mark, check in. Thank you for the 15 minutes. Are you still available or do I need to scoot? And there are times that it was, you have to scoot because I've got a client call coming up. Then there were other times that it's like, no, I've got another 30 minutes, finish your thought. And we were able to stay in the moment and still respect the other commitments that we had on our calendars without it being awkward. And so when I get a text message from my mom that says, "Hey, I want to talk to you for 5 minutes." 5 minutes is never 5 minutes. My response is, I'm available at this time and I could do 15, and I set a timer. And it has helped make those quick phone calls, one, remain quick, remain short, but it means that we can get more to the meat and potatoes of what it is that she wants to talk to me about, whether it be about a sister, whether it be about her guy Mark, whether it be about the business or whatever. It's within the container. So then that way there's no sense of a runaway train or being overwhelmed. And so it does make life a little bit easier.
Yeah, it does. It's a great tool. It is for anybody that has a busy schedule. That tool helps the world.
But it's not something that I had ever considered before because from, I would say, the customer service industry that I grew up in,
Yep.
if someone wanted to talk to you, you had to be available to listen to them for however long they wanted to rant.
Yeah, and I was in the world where you got 3 minutes, go.
Yeah. So again, different perspectives, different histories, and we're finding ways to bridge that so then that way we can communicate more effectively with each other, and it's helping us grow and build the other relationships in our lives.
Oh yeah, yeah. And we have so the thing about Katie and I, which I think is incredible, is that we both have very aligned values. Very, very aligned values. We both want the same thing. We both are want the same. We strive for the same vision of the world.
Yes.
So that's really important. That way, it's more like parallel play, and like we accept each other for what how we're growing, where we're at in our lives, what our strengths are, what we're working on. If you want to consider them weaknesses, sure, or you can consider them like that's not my natural gift. Like we accept each other for those
I like
things.
that. That's not my natural gift. I like that one.
That's not mine, but it might be. I think it's yours. We accept each other for that, and in so doing, it's such a strong partnership that's been cultivated with a consistent longevity, and I think that's awesome. Plus, at the same time, I trust Katie with my dog. That's a big one.
Yes, that's true. And I greatly appreciate that and love being godmother to Midnight from a distance.
For now.
For now.
It's so ominous. No. Definitely from a distance. It's okay.
It's from a distance at this time because we've talked about the possibility of, what was it, a duplex or something? Being next door neighbors,
A homestead, something.
a homestead,
But
a
by the way,
commune.
exactly. And sorry to jump into your thought, but look how calm she is versus like the first time I got her.
Well, when you first got her, she was a baby. She was like,
She
what,
was
6 months?
It was a rescue traumatized baby. She was
Yes,
8 weeks
8 weeks. Okay.
when I first got
So,
her. But like,
so
if you look
still,
at the
that's a big difference compared to now, where
oh,
she's able to feel calm and present in the room.
and not wreak havoc like the other older podcasts. All right, sorry.
But
Back
they
to
were
Kate.
entertaining for those people who follow Midnight on social media. Because Midnight does have their own following.
She has more following than I do. Well, she doesn't. She has more views than I do right now.
Yep. And it's not a lot of people are used to seeing a Great Dane mix.
Great Dane German Shepherd mix.
Yeah.
No, she's
So,
rare.
and
Yeah.
those ears. Everybody loves those ears.
Yes. Everyone follows her for her ears. I'm sorry,
Mhm.
Katie, just to go back, you had a thought about being in a duplex homestead, and then I cut you off because the dog is
No,
trying to
that's okay.
bed.
It had come up in conversation that we might do that
Yeah.
and where that might happen and everything like that. And I know I have not fully 100% committed to that because there's so many other things that are like up in the air for me at this particular moment. I, to be honest, my son just moved back home after graduating college. I'm not going to uproot and leave him stranded with no place to live. So, there are other things in play for it, but it's very interesting on that possibility and the idea of envisioning that. What could it be? What would it be like? And everything. But yeah, I joke about it because right now I'm very comfortable on the East Coast and being godparent from afar. Um, but who knows what the future brings?
There you go. And then there's me who's moving again. I'm moving states. It's not like I'm just moving in Los Angeles again. So
Right. This time you're going to be changing states.
I'm changing lifestyles. So that's a big thing too. It's like we've clarified more about what we want in our lives too. Which has been really helpful. And this has been like one of many steady anchors in our lives to keep going and keeping ourselves authentic and hopefully sharing that with you all to also have that ripple effect in your own lives.
True. And we enjoy sharing all of this, and we enjoy getting the occasional comments on social media or on the website, actually, where people are just asking questions and wanting to know a little bit more information on it. And, we did an episode not that long ago where we answered a few of those.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're really grateful for you all for being our 150th episode. Oh my goodness. Here's the big dog. Look, even Midnight's like,
Oh
yeah.
my gosh, look how tall she is.
Yeah, we're
compared to you.
Sitting next to each other, my big baby. My big giant baby. I love you.
So you gonna say goodbye to everyone for us, Midnight?
Yeah. Say bye-bye.
So thank you everyone for being with us on this episode and all of our other episodes. We greatly appreciate you being part of our community.
Yes, we do. Thank you so much.
Bye. If this conversation stirred something in you, don't just sit with it. Work with it. You can go deeper with us through our sessions, workshops, and community experiences designed to support your growth in real time.
All the details are in the show notes, and if this episode resonated, share it with someone who's ready to meet themselves a little more honestly. Until next time, challenge what you believe.
Choose who you become.